Hello everyone, my name is Leila Gonzalez and I'll be discussing the social concern on navigating and promoting social inclusion in our educational environments, especially when it comes to our students and based on their individuality. Social inclusion in education refers to being able to provide a positive learning environment for our students, regardless of their abilities and background. It is to be able to ensure that they feel welcomed, valued, and giving them back the sense of respect that goes to their academic achievement as well as their social well-being. It is a topic that many of us in studying educational studies in ASU have seen throughout our courses up until now, but it's still so much to be able to examine when it comes to how us as future educators can be able to tackle down this issue and being able to push forward that agenda. By taking this on as my big problem, I want to be able to address how educators can reassure the meaning of social inclusion and rest assured for the creating this environment for our students to encourage them to connect to the world around them as well as to learn what makes each one of us unique and give back value to it. When looking into Module 2 to Module 3, we begin to discuss and connect our big problem to the concept of behavioralism. Behavioralism comes from the theory on how people learn from their interactions with their surrounding environment. It demonstrates how behavior is a reflex, classical conditioning in this case, being an example of a student raising their hand to answer a question because they know how to answer that question. But we also look at how behavior is a voluntary action due to association to consequence, such as getting a reward or a punishment. Operating conditioning would be this. Example of this is a student raising their hand to answer a question because they know they'll be congratulated or praised for knowing the answer. The word of consequence relates to how reinforcement can use to certain behavior. It can both be positive and negative, but still a factor of learning. The behavioralist learning theory is a strong tool when it comes to looking at the psychology of an individual, but it's also a tool that can be often used in education. When it comes to an educational setting, this is the first environment that an individual links when it comes taking us back to Module 1 when discussing the Bronfenbrenner's ecological theory, specifically the first system of the environment, the microsystem. The microsystem is the first wave of interaction that someone has, especially in the direct interaction, which is family, parents, peers, educators, and more. With these interactions, an individual is firstly shaped through their own observation of the behaviors they see at this level in the world that surrounds them. There are two innovative approaches that I would like to discuss that I believe would be great ways on how to improve a big problem and how to create a new learning experience. The first one is creating a platform for students to be able to connect with one another. It could be introduced in the beginning or the end of a class session, either as an assignment, such as giving the students a topic to discuss about, or encouraging them to use it during their free time. I like the discussion board that we use for Canvas. I want to create a platform that allows these students to share experiences, share their ideas and opinions, or contribute to the discussion that will connect them to their peers, all while monitoring that these chats are appropriate and respectful. The other approach that I would like to introduce that I have actually seen many schools do is adding the curriculum a culture day. Culture days used to be able to promote cultural awareness through creativity that allows students to share their values, culture, and customs. This can be a day when students can share this by creating displays, dressing up in cultural traditional attire, bringing in food to create a culinary experience, and so much more. It is an opportunity not only to have our students learn more about their classmates, but being able to learn and take all forms of diversity. Both of these approaches are completely different, but I think it'll be a great way to be able to provide a social floor for discussion, connect the students to their peers, and create an understanding to encourage appreciation of the uniqueness that all our students hold. In order to get this project off the floor, it is great to be able to have a discussion with the school board or to even make these approaches happen. It will feel like the simplest way will be creating a discussion board for the students. With this, it will have to be taking the time to create the platform and making sure that it's both effective and efficient and easy to use for our students and the staff. As for the Culture Day, I would like to promote that it would be a great time to look at how we can fit this in our curriculum and create guidelines to reassure that our students are learning from this as well as engaging them to participate. Promoting social inclusion is not only creating an engaging environment, but most importantly, it is a promotion to make sure that everyone belongs. We address the barriers that we break down and to focus on equity and diversity. As a future educator to other educators, to the school district, to even the entire community, I hope that we can come together in order to support of creating the positive learning environment that our students need in order to excel in our changing world and through their own life as well. In order to make sure that this change happens, we have to take the time to discuss what we can do to get there.